again, I want to thank you, Mr. Chair, and all of my colleagues. I appreciate the comments. And, a couple points I have to make in closing is, the first one is, I want to make myself absolutely clear that this hearing, as Mr. Chairman, you noted, is just the first step in a long process. And as I've done with all my prior bills, I'll continue to bring in all stakeholders, make sure that this bill is fair and that it's results oriented. I understand the concerns from the opposition, and I have made the commitment to engage with them and continue to engage with them on these specific issues as this bill moves forward. And the second point is, I'm a labor person. As my colleague, Mr. Gabriel noted, I belonged to 3 different unions in my career prior to my time in the Assembly. I grew up in poverty and lived in farm worker housing and in overcrowded conditions at that. I was raised by my grandfather, who was a farm worker his entire life, a proud union member belonging to the UFW, United Farm Workers of America. And if you go to my office, I have hanging on my wall one of my grandfather's pay stubs. Because my grandfather, he supported us. My entire family, there's 10 of us. And on my wall, you'll see his pay stub from the late 80s, where he had been a farm worker at the same company for over 30 years. On that pay stub in the late 80s, he was making $6.33 an hour. $6.33 an hour to support our entire family of 10. And so I understand the importance of providing workers with good paying jobs, providing them with benefits, workplace protections. And I think it's safe to say that in this legislature, we all strongly support labor. And look at the proof around how much this legislature has valued labor. It's evident in the bills that have been passed and signed into law here in California. And this policy process, our job is to work and find solutions to our most pressing problems in this state. And our current housing crisis is not going to go away, and it's only going to get worse under this pandemic. And so we need to look for ways to work together to put the interests of people, of all people, first. And we have a lot to be proud of in this state here in California, but we certainly have a long way to go, and we have a lot more to do. As a new member of the California legislature, I am not okay with doing nothing, because that's what I've been asked to do, is to stop this bill, kill this bill. But I'm not okay with doing nothing, because I'm not okay with the fact that our state is the first, we have the first in the nation poverty rate. I'm not okay with child poverty and student homelessness. I'm not okay about picking up the newspaper and reading about police officers choosing to sleep in their cars between shifts because their commute home is too long. I have a problem with essential farm workers, with their families living in appalling conditions in this golden state, in third world country conditions. And I will work with anyone and everyone to find a workable solution around housing, to find a pathway to get something done for Californians who have been wanting and waiting for us to lead on this housing issue. And so with that, Mr. Chair, I respectfully ask an aye vote and really appreciate the opportunity to present this bill. Thank you.